I'm Danielle Hale, Chief Economist at Realtor.com. As we near the final quarter of the calendar year, I'll discuss what members had to say following the September Fed meeting, what we've seen in mortgage rates, plus what could be ahead and which housing markets would stand to benefit most from lower rates. I'll review this week's housing trends along with new home sales and existing home sales data. Finally, even as we approach the best time of the year to buy a home, doing so can still feel out of reach. I'll discuss how this could be influencing home shopper interest in fixer-uppers and highlight the markets where buyers can expect a decent return on their investment if they're willing to tackle a project. First, after the Fed cut its federal funds rate last week, we've heard from several Fed members. Their speeches reinforce a key takeaway from the meeting's summary of economic projections, namely that there's a wide variety of perspectives at the Fed. A sizable minority, 7 of the 19 participants, expect no further rate cuts this year. And we've seen futures markets lower the implied odds of rate cuts in both October and December. As I anticipated last week, we've seen a bit of a bounce back in mortgage rates, which rose 4 basis points to 6.3%. This is a modest increase, but combined with a 10-year yield that has edged even higher, it could create a sense of urgency for home shoppers in the market to act before rates move higher. Even as rates tick up, they remained in the low sixes for only the third week so far in 2025. This will likely nudge home sales higher in the months ahead. But the improvement won't happen overnight, nor to the same degree in all areas. To see where sales could react most to rates, we found markets where large shares of homeowners have a mortgage. Metros in the South and West top the list, with my hometown, the nation's capital and its surrounding areas, coming in at number 1. Zooming out to the national picture, this week's housing data show that last week's bright spot has faded. The number of newly listed homes actually fell behind year-ago level, helping to slow active listings growth and increase time on market, even as home prices were flat compared to a year ago. Looking back a bit, in August, builders saw new home sales surge as relatively abundant inventories, plus a greater share of move-in ready new homes helped shoppers take advantage of builder promotions. At the same time, existing home sales ebbed month to month, but notched a second consecutive annual gain as typical sales prices rose. Last week, we released the Best Time to Buy report for 2025, which identifies October 12th through 18th, still a few weeks away, as the best week of the year to look for a home nationwide. But in a handful of markets, the time is now. And for even more areas, the trends align next week. Finally, in addition to tapping into the seasonal sweet spot, those seeking a more affordable way to buy a home might consider rolling up their sleeves. In fact, the Realtor.com Fixer-Upper report found that interest in project homes has climbed. The report also identifies top fixer-upper markets for their availability of bring your imagination homes and the potential return on sweat equity. You can find all the details, including full reports and our housing data for download at Realtor.com/research. You can also follow us on X, formerly Twitter, for real-time updates and Instagram for graphics.